Welcome to Networks Learning. We are covering Cisco Next Generation Firewall training for Power Threat Defense. We are using FMC for centralized management and FTD with operating system of version 7.0 in virtual environment. In previous videos, I have covered basic overview of policies and showed you how you can configure basic access control policy rules. So in continuation of that video, in this video I'll show you how to configure access control rule for LAN traffic to pass HTTP, HTTPS, DNS traffic for our LAN subnets. So this is my topology. Here you can see I am working on firewall segment with two switches with the name of RGS FW switch 1, RGS FW switch 2. Over there at FW switch 2 I have a Windows client PC which is connected on VLAN 12, and VLAN 12 is injected into OSPF on these switches. These switches have OSPF neighborship with firewall inside interface, and firewall outside interface is connected to the edge router via this edge switch for layer 2 redundancy. In coming videos I will show you the purpose of deploying these two switches. Currently I am only running one edge switch, but for outside zone high availability and outside interface high availability, I have deployed these two switches for layer 2 redundancy. In future I will show you the full-fledged network once I am done with the firewall segment. So in this lab I will specifically cover the access control rules for my LAN subnet, and we will configure rule for HTTP, HTTPS, DNS, ICMP. In previous video I have covered ICMP only, but in this video I will show you how to configure rest of the basic ports or applications for browsing at access layer. So this is my PC. Let me show you the ping response over here. I should be able to get the response from 8.8.8. Unfortunately, let me check again. It should work. Yeah, you can see over here I am able to get response, and let me show you the policies that are applied to against that are applied for this connectivity and on this subnet. I have a base policy RGS campus ACP, and its domain is global. You can create multiple domains as well, and multiple domains can have multiple managed devices. So it showed me the notification for the snort rule update. So it's updating the snort rule engine. Let's have a look on the access control policy. So this is the policy that we configured previously. So I can also configure same ports over here in this rule, or I can create a separate rule and make an action of allow for that traffic to be allowed. So let me change the theme. Basically, classic theme provides you the more better granular control. Sometimes the light theme doesn't work very fine, so better is to go with this one. Yeah, this look is more traditional, like it provides you the feel that you are working on FTD. now I will create rules that this client should be able to browse on the internet. Let me show the current results or the results that I uh, for the ping response. Previously I initiated the ping from the client, and let me show you the logs, connection logs for that traffic. It's updating the snort rule package, IEPS, and all these are being updated. It takes much time. I think so. It will take some time. One running. Okay. Here we can see the traffic logs for the traffic initiated from the access device, which is a Windows client machine. I'm able to ping to Google 8.8.8.8, and the policy which I have applied is just for the ICMP traffic. You can see over here, when it comes to UDP 453 domain lookup, the traffic is being blocked. And let me show you the action which is being performed on this traffic: inside zone going to outside zone, and UDP destination port 53, and the traffic is matching with the default action, access control rule of default action, which is blocked by default. So now we will configure rules that will allow traffic for DNS, HTTP, and HTTPS inside this policy. We can add destination ports inside this rule, or we can create another rule with the ports that we want to allow. Okay, I will create another rule and name it as IT subnet INET access. The action would be allow. Source zone would be inside zone, destination would be outside zone. Networks, inside networks I can give my IT subnet. I have an IT PC and IT subnet. IT subnet is the complete subnet of my LAN subnet. Then at ports I can specify HTTP. To destination, HTTPS to destination, then DNS over TCP, DNS over UDP. All these are selected as destination ports, and I would like to log the traffic for this rule. Click add. Now first I have an ICMP rule for inside traffic, then I have HTTP, HTTPS, DNS for my LAN users. And let's save and then deploy, and then we will check from this machine. As previously we saw that our HTTP and DNS traffic was being blocked. So let me cnn.com. It will not be resolved, and ultimately it will be blocked. You can see over here connections and events. You can see over here traffic is being blocked because first it needs to resolve the FQDN with the help of the DNS. So first we will have to enable DNS uh, so that the LAN PC can resolve the DNS name into the IP. After that it will have the reachability. So in policy we have configured the rule for the ports that we need to allow. Here we will deploy and we'll come back once the deployment is completed, and we will check with the results. The deployment is started as in progress. The deployment is completed, and now we can check from the LAN PC that it should be allowed to resolve the name DNS, as we have allowed for DNS and HTTP HTTPS traffic. Let's check with the name resolution first. We can also check over here in the connection events. Here you can see that the traffic initiated from 10.12.1.100 going to 8.8.8 and from inside zone to outside zone over UDP port 53, and it's being allowed, you can see, and you can check it in more details about which rule of the access control policy is being applied on this traffic. You can see DNS query, RGS campus access control policy, and IT subnet INET access rule is being applied on this traffic. So that's how you can configure multiple policies and multiple access control rules under these policies in order to apply allow the communication. Since my system time is not correct, that's why it might be not allowed on the network. Actual time is 10:25, it's showing 5:25. So that's how you can configure access control rules. Let me show my system IP to you so that you can have clarity. I am here on 10.12.1.100 network, which is connected to these switches, and these switches are running OSPF with inside network inside interface of firewall, and I have outside interface connected to edge router, and edge router is connected to my physical network, which in this case is you are seeing as an ISP. So in connection events, let me show you the again. I am able to resolve when I am able to go onto the internet. 443, this one is blocked. I don't know what is this, but so that's how you can configure access control policies and allow specific traffic. This is my base policy, and inside base policy I have multiple rules. Inside of the mandatory rules I have multiple access control rules: ICMP, HTTP, HTTPS, DNS. This is how you can configure and allow access for specific LAN subnets based on your requirements. You can also put multiple conditions inside these rules from VLAN tags, users, applications, source ports, URL, source, dynamic attributes, destinations, and then actions. And you can configure multiple other security intelligence features and integrate with these rules so that so that the interesting traffic is checked for security intelligence as well. So in coming video we will look into some more policies, and we'll show you further configurations moving on towards the final stage. Thanks for watching.